are soaking wet with fanboy tears and trolls. This is the Hummingbird Spotlight. Today we have Beardman and Ikar3 in their interviews. Wow, I can't believe I finally did this. I've had this thought, this idea basically since a long time, since I joined the set, because everyone was doing the broadcast, their own broadcast basically, and I was wondering, you know, we already have podcasts, but wouldn't it be cool if we could interview each user, have questions, etc. And I was just thinking how I was going to do this, but I had to have my voice way and become, a bit heavier because my voice was a lot lighter. And instead of sounding like a cat that got run over and dragged to 10 streets, I told myself it's better that I wait and scream top of mountains. Actually, a friend told me a tip, which is to read books out loud and sing metal music. That really made my voice deeper, and that's actually what I'm doing right now, and it's working, hopefully. Today we have Ikar3. Ikar3, we have our first question. First question is, do you really keep small girls in your basement? No, wait. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That's a question for another user. Sorry. And the first question is, what is the first anime you watched?
Hello, this is Ikar3, and I'll be part of this spotlight thing. Hopefully I'll actually answer truthfully and not come out as an idiot. Anyway, first anime I watched, unconsciously, I know Pokemon's probably one of my first, along with Beyblade, but consciously, one of the first animes I watched was probably the original Fullmetal Alchemist, along with Bleach and Tsubasa Chronicles. All three of those I really liked, but Bleach kind of scared me a lot, since obviously I was still a kid, so it was kind of scary.
The second question is, how did you find Hummingbird?
My second question: how did I find this site? I found this site through my girlfriend, actually. She just showed me. She just asked me one day if I heard of a site, and obviously I didn't. And she showed it to me, and I believe that was in December. Oh yeah, I've been on Hummingbird ever since. Obviously, I've only started getting active on forums about a month or two ago. But yeah, I've been on Hummingbird since December.
The third question is, tell us about you.
Tell us about yourself. About myself. I'm a 17-year-old college student from UK. I'm originally Polish. Um, I'm really interested in IT, as most people on those forums are, oddly enough. What else can I say? I'm a PC gamer. I kind of hate on consoles occasionally, on the odd occasion, and I probably have really shit taste about anime. Like you probably shit taste about music as well, but it's all fine. You can flame at me if you want. I'm fine with that. I'm used to it by now. What else can I say? I love punk rock and J-rock. Probably my two favorite kinds of music. That I always stick to.
And the fourth question is, what is your favorite anime?
Favorite anime. Alright, I cannot say the top three because it's not enough. Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya is definitely my top, and I can never change that. It's just amazing. I just love it so much. Psychopass is my second favorite, along with Steins Gate. I really enjoyed watching those animes. Despite their faults here and there, I really enjoyed them. And then the entire Monogatari series, along with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I cannot choose between any of them. That's like my top 5 or 6 animes, and I just cannot choose between any of them. I love all of them.
The last question is, what is your hobbies?
What are my hobbies? Aside from reading, gaming, and watching anime, my biggest hobby is probably martial arts, which I've been doing it for about a year now. I really enjoy it. So yeah, um, I do Screamer and the Doce Pares style. If anyone's interested.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
If I had a superpower, what would it be? There's always that one superpower that I always wanted. It's teleportation. Because teleportation is the most kick-ass superpower you can have. You can just be anywhere, you can do anything. It's both combat and utility based. It's cool. It's just the coolest superpower you can have, and something I always wanted. But yeah, I think those are all questions. Hopefully you understood everything I said. But my mic isn't as you can hear, but I think it's decent enough. Hopefully you enjoyed this little spotlight. And thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much, Icarus, for sending your interview to me, and thanks a lot, man. You helped me out. Uh, Next, we have a certain bearded man, a man of many legends. Some say that his beard never can be shaved. Some people say that his beard is alone to move mountains. I once tried to Photoshop his beard, and the result was my Windows crashed, and the error was 0 divided by 0. We have our special, our one and only Beardman.
Hello everyone, this is Beardman here, and I'm going to be conducting a little interview with myself for Heartkiller's Hummingbird Spotlight, so I'm going to jump right in. First question, what is the first anime you watched? That's kind of weird because first is a weird word when it comes to anime, but the first anime I watched was either Cardcaptor Sakura or Sailor Moon, both magical girl series. I don't know which one came first, but I know for a fact I watched those back when I was like 3-4 years old, and those are actually some of my first memories. Moving forward to when I was 9, the first anime I watched knowing it was an anime was the movie Akira. I didn't realize exactly how terrifying it was until 9 years later when I rewatched it. But yeah, I'm surprised I wasn't scarred from it, but I'm okay now, so we're all good. And the first series I ever watched knowing it was an anime was Death Note. Yeah, one of my friends in high school, who's currently my roommate, lent me the DVDs. I watched all of it in 2-3 days and liked it, really liked it. Now I don't think it's as good as I did back then, but that just shows how my tastes have changed. It's good, but nothing special in my opinion. Moving on. How did you find this site? I found Hummingbird because of Arcada, the anime reviewer on YouTube. I really like watching his videos, and in his 100,000 subscriber special, someone asked him if he had a My Anime list. He said that he did, but he also had a Hummingbird and an Annie list. I didn't hear the Annie list part the first time I watched the stream, but I heard Hummingbird, and so I figured I'd look it up. I signed up, and it's all history from there. Somehow garnered a reputation on the site. Don't know how that happened, but it did. Anyway, yeah. Tell us about you. My name is Austin McKenzie. I am 19, and I live in Colorado in the USA. And I am currently studying English, concentrating in linguistics, and minoring in Japanese. My dream is to become a high school or middle school English teacher in Japan. Let's see, I started out as a computer science major, did really bad at that, moved to English education, decided I wanted to teach abroad, and debated between France and Japan, and ultimately decided on Japan. So, here I am. Let's see. Oh, I guess I should mention this here. I do have an obsession with Komari Kamakita. You probably know that by now if you're on the site. Yeah, nothing creepy. I don't have a bunch of figures or scrolls or a body pillow or anything. No offense to anyone that does do that. Just, it's not my thing. But yeah, I have a Ninjoroid and a Little Buster's wall scroll and a Little Buster's calendar. That's about it. Anyway, moving on to the next question. What is your favorite anime? My favorite anime, well, I have two. The first one is Clannad. Clannad was my gateway anime. It's the one that got me into anime. I watched it my senior year of high school, just before I graduated, which made the emotional impact just that much more worse. Slice of life, romance, and drama were all new to me then, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah, I cried my eyes out multiple times. Have since watched it again, cried even harder. And if I didn't watch Clannad, I probably would not be into anime like I am today. So, yeah. And the other one is Little Busters, obviously. If you know me, you'd probably know that. I watched it December of 2013 as it finished airing, and yeah, it just blew me away. I loved all the characters. I cried even more than I did when I watched Clannad. Yeah, I love all the characters, not just Komari, and the soundtrack. Oh man, I've got to mention the soundtrack. I personally believe that Little Buster's soundtrack is a masterpiece. I could listen to that soundtrack over and over and over and not get sick of it. And I'd probably do that if I didn't cry every time I tried listening to it. But yeah, I'd probably cry myself into dehydration if I actually did that. But anyway, yeah, moving on. What are your hobbies? I don't have many hobbies outside of anime, but I do play Yu-Gi-Oh! Not as much as I used to. I used to be into the meta, used to follow it. Not so much anymore, just got too expensive to keep playing. And yeah, I also read light novels every now and then. I'm currently making my way through the Haruhi Suzumiya series, currently on Disappearance. Oh, I do play video games every now and then. My favorite video games ever are Earthbound and Mother 3, part of the same series. Yeah, I really like the Mother series. I like Final Fantasy 6. I like Final Fantasy, but 6 is my favorite. The Paper Mario series, Zelda series. Yeah. A lot of JRPGs. I love JRPGs. Western RPGs, not so much. Yeah. I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. All my favorites are Nintendo games or on Nintendo consoles. So, yeah. I still back Nintendo even though they're not the biggest anymore. Well, I don't really know that, but you know what I mean. That's about it for my hobbies. Last question. If you had a superpower, what would it be? Definitely telekinesis. The movie Chronicle is one of my favorite movies ever. I just really like the fact of being able to move things without having to touch them. Being able to move things with your mind just seems completely awesome to me. Because I'd be able to fly too. That would be the kicker right there. I was going to say waterbending, even though I don't like Avatar. Please don't hate me for that. But with telekinesis, I can move water too. So, yeah, definitely telekinesis. And with that, that's the last of the questions. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Sorry for taking up 8 minutes of your time. Subscribe to Heart Killer if he wants that. And again, thanks for watching. Enjoy your time on Hummingbird and doing what you do watching anime. See ya, everyone.
And thank you very, very much for sending in your interview. Beardman and Ikar3, you guys rock. That's it for the interview today. Please, please send in your interviews and don't be shy. I know my mic sucks. Please forgive me, as I will buy a new one, hopefully. But give me some time. Hopefully this month I'll get a better mic and I'll hopefully sleep as well. Thank you guys for listening in, and yeah, that's it for the spotlight. We had our first episode. Yay! If there's any suggestions, anything, I would really like to hear it. Please send in your suggestion to the thread, and that's it. Hardkiller signing out.